Hey yo, what's good, y'all? It's that boy, Easy Millions, and I'm your host of that boy, ETV. You already know, man. We are back on FragPunk, and you know what? We have two game modes outside of the normal Shard Clash that we have, man, that I took out some time to actually play in and just want to kind of go over them and talk about them a little bit, man. And as you can see here in the background, the first game mode is Prop Hunt. And not gonna lie, it's your prototypical prop hunt type of game mode. It is fun and very casual. You know, a game mode where someone can hop on with their friends and just have fun for a little bit. Again, it is your prototypical where you have your two teams. You have your team of Lancers, and then you have your team of props. And in the beginning, you have the phase where the props, they can turn into multiple different things. Some things are better than others. You know, some things are just easier to hide than others are. You can attach yourself to walls and be able to do all that good stuff. So you got to make sure that you are putting yourself in a good position in order to make sure that these people can't find you, right? So they give you a whole bunch of time to do that. But again, now, how does Lancers have a chance in finding you, right? So another part of the game is when, for the Lancers, after the game starts up, I think it's about 30 or 40 seconds or so, the actual prop will make you whistle. So a whistle sound will actually go off near the area in which you are located. This way, the Lancers can have an easier time finding you, right? Now, the one thing about this system is I think it is a good thing to have because it does definitely help the Lancers. And without this, you probably wouldn't be able to find too many folks. But sometimes I feel like the whistle is just a little too good at times. Like, I feel like the further you are away, it should definitely take you in the direction of the person. But once you're like close, it shouldn't, like, the sound I don't think should directly come from where the prop is. It should basically come more from a general area. Because I feel like with the whistle, once you get into the area, you just wait for the whistle and you're pretty much able to figure out exactly where the prop is, man. So it's a little too strong at some points. But again, I do see exactly why they do this, right? Now, that's for the Lancers going against the props. Now, what do the props have? Now, when you're playing props, you have defensive tools as well. You can set out decoys as something, and you even have a flashbang. And you probably saw it in the gameplay back here that I dropped the flash. I was getting chased by the Lancer, and I was able to throw down the flashbang. And once I threw down the flashbang, I was able to get up out of there, transform myself, and get to a new position. There are also shard cards that get implemented throughout the game the further along you go through. One of them being that every like 30 seconds or so, you automatically transform if you're a prop. You know, just a way to kind of help and make it harder for the prop to stay hidden and make it a little easier for the Lancer to go ahead and find them. So again, this mode here, man, in my opinion, it's just really fun. It's really fun, quick and to the point. It's definitely something that you could get on and just have fun with your friends and play extremely casually. I do like the fact that the devs are adding in a lot more casual modes, being that S&D, or the search and destroy, the main game mode that we have, is very, very niche. I feel like now they're primarily turning FragPunk now into a more complete game, and just having something like Prop Hunt is only going to add to the casual play of the game, which will only help bolster and keep people playing. Because if the only game mode that people have was the search and destroy, I could easily see why a lot of people might not want to, you know, stay on for very long. You know what I'm saying? Because that kind of game mode is very niche. But Prop Hunt, man, in my opinion, is something that's very fun. If you have not gotten a chance to try it, man, get on and just knock out a game or two, man. It's really fun. It's quick and to the point, and you won't be disappointed. I think you'll have fun, even if you're playing solo or if you're playing with a group of friends, man. I think that you will just be having all kind of fun out there, man. Definitely a great addition to the game mode, in my opinion, especially when it comes for casual players. Now, the other game mode that I want to talk about is going to be that of the deck builder shard class. And with this one, man, so the first thing about it is you have to build yourself a deck. And basically, these decks come in multiple play styles, like sharpshooter. That basically they come in different play styles to help you essentially serve different roles. Now, from when I was playing, I primarily only saw one for the most part, which was the sharpshooter category. But there are multiple roles, with the idea that essentially every role is supposed to be filled out. So you're still supposed to play like a role. But again, from when I was playing, it feels like everyone was primarily just playing the sharpshooter role, as that gave you the extra health and the regen health cards, because each role comes with its own set of cards that you're able to actually access. So again, a lot of people were were leaning towards the sharpshooter simply because the cards are the best, and even the ultimate, which gave you damage reduction and I believe healed you at the same time. So I kind of see what they were trying to do with the different roles here. But again, unless you're going to make the cards equal, like in value across the board, that's really not going to help with anything. Now, when it comes to the actual gameplay itself, now, everything you have, you're going to have to manage your economy system. And I mean, you have to buy your skills, you have to buy armor, you have to buy weapons, everything. And for the most part, the only things that carry over from round to round is going to be that of your skills. So if you buy a skill but don't end up using it, it will carry over. But when it comes to your shard cards, your shield, your gun, you're going to have to manage your economy to be able to access these things. Now, is this really a hard task? I don't believe so. While I was playing, I felt like you got way more than enough of those points in order to maintain your economy, like to the point where you kind of really didn't have to, I never felt like while I was playing that I had to like give up something because of the economy. Like I felt like I always had enough points or money, whatever, I forgot what they call it, but I always had enough to grab everything I wanted, especially since I didn't have to buy my skills every single round. Now, maybe they should make you have to rebuy your skills every single round. Now, don't hate me for this, but I was under the impression that I originally thought that that's how that would work, that you would have to buy your skill after every round, but you don't actually have to. So I just think if they added that in, that would be able to add to the difference in the game mode of the original shard class and this one. But again, the way that they have it and being able to activate your own shard cards, but for the most part, everyone is the same thing. We're all activating the health shard card, so that's kind of how it goes, right? So it is what it is. Now, this game mode does have its own rank system, and it comes in 4 levels. The 3rd level being called Strategist, and if you're able to actually reach this level, you will get a free Jaguar skin. And as you can see, it's actually pretty dope. It looks pretty good. So if you're a Jaguar main, it might, make sense for you to go ahead and go and get that. Now, also, too, in the challenges, if you play 7 of these matches, you will get a skin for the Discipline. And again, we know just getting free skins is just a cool thing. You always got to love when the devs are handing out free cosmetics. And then finally, also, if you play 10 of these skins again, you'll also get a skin for the Striker, which is the hatchet or like the tomahawk that you have for melees, man. So if you go in and play these games, you'll be rewarded with some skins. If you're able to win enough games and get high enough in that rank, you'll also get a free skin, man. But ultimately, how does this game mode, in my opinion, compare to the normal version? I would say I kind of prefer this one a little bit, just because I'm able to have the shard cards that I want every single round, opposed to the other one where it is randomized. But I think that they need to make the economy system a little bit harder, just so at some points you feel like, damn, I really got to choose between, do I want this or do I want that? Because again, I never felt like I had to do that. And even when I bought a skill that I like, Pathogen's heal thing, if I didn't end up using it, it carried over. So that's economy I'm not having to use. But I get why they would allow it to stay. But again, I think you should go ahead and do that across the board where you literally pay for every single thing across the board, man. I just think that's how it should go. But, hey, that's just me. But let me know, man. Have y'all tried out Prop Hunt, and how do y'all think about that? And also, have y'all tried the Deck Builder Shard Clash mode, man? Have y'all tried these? And let me know, man, down in them comments, and let's get a conversation started, man. But until then, I'm going to leave y'all off with the rest of this gameplay in the background, and I hope y'all enjoy that, man. But as always, please like, comment, subscribe, follow, share, become a supporter, and catch me streaming on Facebook Gaming and Twitch at DatBoyETV. Now, catch you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.